Namaste from Lebanon. It is so nice to be with you. I have missed you all so much. I'm sure you're suffering the same things there that we're suffering here, being kept away from other people. So hopefully this will be a way for us to connect. It will also be an opportunity for you to practice some of the yoga that we often practice together. I hope you're all well and happy. We're still awaiting the baby here. I will let you all know when that blessed event happens. So let's practice some yoga together. Settle comfortably into your chair. Let your feet be heavy on the floor. Feel the weight of your body in the chair. And start to soften into your posture. Obviously, this is a time of tremendous stress. And as we know, we store a lot of that stress in our bodies. So let's just check in to those areas where we tend to hold stress and see if there's any contraction, pressure, discomfort in those areas. Bringing your attention to your shoulders and softening them as you can. Letting your shoulders come down away from your ears. Bring your attention to your jaw. Maybe just wiggle your lower jaw back and forth, noticing any tension being held there. Bring your attention to your hands. If you're holding them tightly, soften them. And then any other areas in your body where you tend to hold tension, just notice your body's willingness to soften around those areas. It's okay if you can't get there now. We'll keep checking in as we go through practice with the intention of trying to rid ourselves of this tension. And just let your breath be free, loose, natural, not forcing anything. And then broaden your awareness to include the room around you. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Noticing where it is on your skin that you feel the temperature of the air. Listening to the sounds you can hear. Smelling any scents, if any are available. And then bringing your attention to the tip of your nose. And just feeling the air coming in through your nostrils and going out through your nostrils. Just feeling the movement of the breath into and out of your body with that sense of expansion with each inhale and the letting go with each exhale. Further softening with each exhale. And notice the quality of your breath right now. Does it feel deep or shallow? Hard or soft? Is the rhythm even or is it more uneven? Start to balance out your breath, matching the lengths of your inhales to the lengths of your exhales, using whatever count is comfortable in your body. Inhaling to that count and exhaling to that count. Not forcing in either direction, keeping the breath comfortable but balanced. And now gently pause your breath at the top of each inhale, trying to keep that pause balanced with your inhales and exhales, but don't strain to hold your breath so that you're inhaling, pausing, exhaling. And now extend your exhales for as long as you comfortably can. Inhaling, pausing, lengthening your exhales. And after your next exhale, releasing this by gently inhaling, exhaling completely, and just allowing your breath to go back to its natural rhythm. Checking physically, allowing your attention to move through your body, noticing how everything feels right now. Now check in emotionally, noticing whatever emotions that you're feeling. Identifying your predominant mood. And then bring your attention to your heart center and identify what it is right now that your heart most desires. Trying not to judge whatever it is that comes up, just noticing the longing. And when you have it, sealing it between your hands, bringing your hands into prayer position. And we'll begin our practice together today by taking a gentle breath in together, letting it go. And when you feel ready, releasing your hands, opening your eyes, making your way toward the front of your chair into chair mountain pose. So feet hip distance apart, ankles under knees, shoulders over hips. Let your hands come down off your legs, fingers reaching for the floor. Inhale from the crown of the head. Relax your shoulders. Engage your core lightly, gently bringing your navel toward your spine so you can hold this height. And just notice how you feel. Wiggle your fingers. Circle your hands around your wrists a few times in one direction and the other direction. And then with fingers pointing toward the floor, bend your wrists. Reach down through the heels of your hands. See if you can feel that right up along your arms, right to your shoulders. And straighten your wrists. Once more, bend the wrists, press down through the heels of the hands. Straighten the wrists. And still with the fingers pointing toward the floor, palms toward your thighs. Check the length in your spine. Keep your core engaged. Inhale your shoulders up to your ears. Bring them up as high as you comfortably can. And exhale the shoulders back down, reaching the fingers to the floor. Inhaling the shoulders up. Exhale, releasing them down. Using your breath to guide the movement. So don't rush it. Do a nice slow inhale up and a nice slow exhale down. And the next time you have the shoulders up toward your ears, hold them up. Hold them up as high as you can get them. Use your core to hold you tall. And without giving up any of this energy, slide the shoulders back, bringing the shoulder blades together on your back. Hold there, chest is open. And then let the shoulder blades slide down your back, shoulders drop. And then just let go and let your arms gently swing. Sweep the arms out to shoulder height, reach them gently forward and exhale them down. Sweep them forward, reach and release. And once more, bring them out to shoulder height, hold them here, relax your shoulders, and inhale your arms open. Squeezing the shoulder blades, open the chest, bring them as wide as they'll comfortably go, and then exhale them back out in front. Inhale them open. Exhale them back. Once more, open and hold them here. Face your palms up toward the ceiling and down toward the floor. Palms up, palms down. Once more, up and down. And now hold the palms open. And you're going to bring the arms up as high as you comfortably can overhead. If they come all the way up, great. If you feel any discomfort, stop there. Bring the arms up overhead. Bring the palms together. Slide them down to your heart center. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, fingers up, follow with your gaze. Exhale the arms all the way out and down. Face the palms out, inhale up, shoulder blades come together, follow with your gaze. Exhale your hands to your heart center. And once more, fingertips up. Exhale the arms all the way out and down. And then bring your hands onto your thighs with your fingers pointing out over your knees, and we'll check in with our spines. So bring the shoulder blades together on your back, open your chest. You're going to inhale, arching up, chest up, shoulders back, chin gently up, and exhale, chin toward your chest, round back. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, round back. Feeling the tilting of the pelvis as you inhale, arching up, your tailbone's lifting off the chair. And as you exhale, rounding back, your tailbone is pressing into the chair. So tilting the pelvis back and forth, arching and rounding. Just be careful of your neck. And then come back to a neutral position. Walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Bring the hands to the insides of the knees. Inhale, arch up, tailbone lifts, so there's a little arch in your back. And as you exhale, slide your hands down toward your ankles, coming down to where you can comfortably come. If your hands reach the floor, great, you can use that for support. If they don't reach the floor, just hold on to your lower legs. And then soften into the position. If you can, relax your thighs. Relax that space between your shoulders. Your belly is hopefully nestled between your thighs, and you can relax your abdomen. Slow, deep breaths here. And now we're going to walk the hands over to the outside of the right foot, or just swing your hands over to your right lower leg, stretching out your left side. Slow, deep breaths here. And then walk the hands back through center and over to the outside of the left foot, coming to where it's comfortable. Slow, deep breaths here. And then walking the hands back to center. Soften once more into the position here. And then bring your hands back in contact with your legs. Use the power of your legs, so press into your feet, let your hands slide up to your knees, come up. If you're dizzy, find a point on the horizon where you can focus your attention. And just take a few breaths here until it passes. And we'll circle in Sufi grind, inhale, lengthening up, exhale, hinge forward, swing around to the right, go gently back, left, and forward. So the elbows straighten as you go back. They bend as you come forward, and you're making your circles as large as is comfortable in your body, and you're going at whatever pace is comfortable in your body. Just moving that spine around your pelvis. You can notice any sensations in your low back or wherever else you feel sensations as a result of the movement. And the next time you're forward, swing in the other direction, back, side, forward, and just notice if there's any difference in sensations as you move in this direction. Maybe it feels exactly the same, maybe you feel things in a different place. And then start to make the movements smaller as you work your way back to center. And once you're back, bring your feet back into chair mountain pose, so feet hip distance apart. Hands down by your sides, inhale, lengthen up. And as you exhale, bring both hands to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen up. And as you exhale, you're going to twist around to the right. Lead with the hip, so the hip goes back first, then the ribs, then the shoulders. Just watch your neck. Don't pull your chin toward that right shoulder. Hold your head where it's comfortable in your neck. And then press into your feet in your seat. Lengthen up and hold the twist. And just see if you can feel the sensations around the twist with your breath. So as you inhale, you come out of the twist a little. As you exhale, you go in a little bit more deeply. So find where that twist is comfortable, and then with your chin toward your right shoulder, keeping your chin parallel to the floor, you're going to inhale your chin toward your left shoulder, and exhale it back toward the right without compromising your twist. So stay in that rotation, just the head is moving. And just notice any sensations in your neck. Is there any tightness there? And then hold your chin in the direction of the right shoulder where it's comfortable. And you're going to sweep this right arm out and up, bringing the fingertips toward the ceiling if you can. If you can't, just bring your right fingertips to your right shoulder. We're all going to get there eventually. So with your arm outside your ear, reach up through those fingertips and then drop the right fingertips to the right shoulder. Your right elbow is up. You're going to inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, this right elbow is going to reach for your left knee. Inhaling up. Exhale, reach across to the left knee. So again, you're going to use sensations in your neck, your spine, your shoulder to find the range of motion that's comfortable for you. And once more, right elbow to left knee, and let that right elbow lift. If it's comfortable, lift the arm all the way up. Release the hand back to the outside of that right thigh. Find a twist, your twist. And then without coming out of the twist at all, use your feet, press into the floor, use your core, bring your hands to prayer position. See if you can hold the twist without the support of your leg. And then inhale back through center and exhale around to the left, and we'll do the same thing. So both hands on the outside of the left leg, press into the feet and the seat, lengthen up. Hip goes back, ribs come around, shoulders come around. Notice sensations in your neck going in this direction. Find the twist, feel the sensations of coming in and out of the twist with the breath. And with your chin toward your left shoulder, chin parallel to the floor, you're going to inhale your chin toward your right shoulder and exhale it back toward the left. So go a few times in and out on this side. And then let your chin be out in the direction of that left shoulder where it's comfortable in your neck. You're going to sweep the left arm out and up, reaching the fingertips for the ceiling, holding the twist. And then dropping the fingertips to your left shoulder, left elbow reaches toward the sky. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, cross over to your right knee, and inhale back up. Exhale, twist down, and back up. Notice how it feels on this side. And then hold it. Arm comes up, reach for the ceiling. Exhale the hand down toward the outside of your left thigh. Find your twist. Use your legs. Press into the mat. Press into your seat. And then without coming out of the twist, bring your hands into prayer position. And back to center. You can release your hands down, wiggle your fingers, shake your hands, whatever feels good. And we'll move the spine in the other direction that it moves, which is side to side. So sitting up tall, face your palms forward. Inhale your fingertips toward your shoulders and exhale them back down. So just open and close the elbows. Check in. Notice how those elbows feel. And then let the fingertips rest on your shoulders. Bring the elbows out. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, drop down toward the right. Inhale, back to center. And exhale down toward the left. So we're going to go back and forth here. You're going to use the rhythm of your breath, inhaling through center and exhaling, dropping to the sides. And you want to just check the orientation of your shoulders to your hips. So you're not leaning forward. You want to get the maximum bend in your spine with the intention of keeping the spine flexible. And then come back to center, bring the elbows together and send them away. Bring them together, send them away. Holding them away, just twist a little side to side. And then releasing the arms, let them swing back and forth. With fingers toward the floor, circle the shoulders back a few times. And forward a few times. And then you can let your hands rest on your lap or hang down, whatever's more comfortable in your shoulders as we move down and work our lower bodies. So with your feet right under your knees, feet planted on the floor, just lift the toes. So everything else on your foot is on the mat, just the toes are lifting. See if you can spread them out a little bit and lower the toes back down. And now inhale the toes up, exhale them down, inhale the heels up, and exhale them down. So we're going to just roll the feet back and forth, checking in with the ankles, bringing up the front of the foot, lowering it down, and bringing up the heels. And just notice how your ankles feel. Do they feel the same? Do they feel tighter than normal? Looser than normal? And then let the feet rest on the mat. Bring up the right knee, hold underneath it. You can interlace your hands under your thigh or just hold on to the side of your thigh. Lift up, make sure the weight is even on your two sits bones. And then just let this lower leg swing. Notice how the knee feels. And now extend the leg. Reach out through the heel so the toes come back toward your knee. Swing the lower leg gently. Extend the leg, reach through the heel, feel it in the calf. Swing and lift, swing and lift, swing and lift. And now reach out through the heel. Bring the toes back toward your knee. Really stretch that calf. And then circle your foot around your ankle a few times in one direction and the other direction. And then soften the knee. Point the toes to the floor. Let go with your hand and circle your lower leg in one direction around your knee, like you're drawing circles on the floor with your toes. And then go in the other direction. And then release that foot down to the floor. Notice the sensations in that right thigh. It's a lot of work in the thigh to hold the leg up. So just feel the energy that you've created there. And we'll do the same on the left. So your right foot is right under your right knee. Bring up your left knee. Interlace your hands under your thigh or just hold your leg and gently swing that lower leg. Notice how it feels. How's this knee compared to the other? Or maybe they're the same. And now extend the leg. Reach out through the heel and swing. Reach out through the heel and swing. And once more, reach out, hold it out there, press up through the heel. Bring those toes back toward your knee. Feel that in your calf and then circle your foot around your ankle in one direction. And the other direction. And then soften this knee, point your toes to the floor, release your leg, and circle your lower leg around your knee in one direction. Again, like you're drawing circles on the floor. And the other direction. Release that foot to the floor. Notice the sensations in that left thigh. And then we'll get the hips. So anchoring your sits bones to the chair, you can use your left hand on the seat of your chair for a little extra support if you need it while we swing this right leg around. If you don't need it, you can just keep your left hand on your thigh. We're going to hold on to that right knee and circle the leg and the hip in one direction, making the circles as large as you comfortably can, so working the range of motion in your hip. And then the other direction. Draw that knee close into your chest, sitting up tall, and we'll go into pigeon. I'll give you some variations. You can bring this right ankle to the left knee, or you can cross your knees, or you can cross your ankles, whatever's comfortable in your body. If you have your ankle up on your knee, you're going to hold on to the leg, lifting, feeling a little arch in your low back as you lift. Use the leverage of your leg to draw your navel toward your calf. The momentum is forward as opposed to down. So reach out in front of you as you come down. Find that sensation in your right hip. Hold it there and breathe. And then when you're ready, pressing into the left foot, bring yourself back up. Release the foot to the floor. Bounce on the balls of your feet. And bounce on the heels of your feet, and we'll switch sides. So anchoring your right foot under your right knee, bring up your left knee, hold on. Circle that leg around the hip in one direction. Notice the range of motion on this side. Does it feel the same? And then go in the other direction. And we'll come into pigeon. Don't assume because it worked one way on one side, it will be the same. So come in gently so you can adapt as you need to. Bringing the knee into your chest. This left ankle is going to come onto your knee or across your legs or across your ankles. Lifting and hinging forward. So navel toward your calf. Find the stretch on the outside of the left hip. Hold it here and breathe. And then pressing into that right foot, coming back up, releasing this left foot down, bouncing on the balls of your feet, and bouncing on the heels of your feet. Gently marching, sitting up tall, march your feet away from each other, and marching back in toward each other, march them away from each other, and back in toward each other. And with your hands down by your sides, facing your palms forward, come back up and touch your shoulders. Release them down. Face your palms behind you. Bring the hands up so your hands are in front of your shoulders, and make your hands really narrow. So bring your thumbs and your pinkies toward each other. Really squeeze them, and then spread them apart as wide as they'll go. Bring them in. Send them out. In, and now hold them wide and make them into bear claws. So bend each knuckle. You can use your hands if you need to bend the fingers, and then open them out. Bend them, open them out, bend them, open them out. And now extend your arms out in front of you. Make soft fists. Turn your thumbs up toward the ceiling and circle your hands toward each other and away from each other. Extend the hands so your palms are down, fingers toward the ceiling, reach out for the heels of the hands. Neutral, fingers toward the floor. So fingers all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. And now shake out your hands, shake out your arms. Let your hands come down and circle your shoulders. Hands to your heart center. Gently close your eyes. And let's come up to standing together. Inhaling arms forward. Exhale, reach, shift the weight into your feet. Keep the knees bent. And just notice where the weight is in your feet. Are you heavy in the toes? Heavy in the heels, try to even out. Face the palms together, press into your feet, inhale all the way up. Exhale the arms out, soften the knees, bring your hands to your knees. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, straighten the knees, bring your torso parallel to the floor. Inhale, back up into child's pose, chair pose, and we'll do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to knees, knees bent. Press into your knees, lift your chest. Straighten the knees, torso parallel to the floor. Sweep the arms back up, coming back into chair pose. So find your chair pose. Weight even on the feet. Knees bent, send your buttocks back a little. Reach the arms forward and up. Use the power of your legs to press, lift. Arms all the way out and down. And we'll come behind the chairs, bringing the chair toward the front of the mat so you have it for support. And come into mountain pose behind your chair. So feet hip distance apart, joints stacked over each other. Gently engage your core by bringing your navel toward your spine and lift up from the crown of the head. Bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet. And just notice where your feet are making contact with the floor, where they're not. Lift your toes, lift them up as high as you can. Spread them out, lower them down. And then bring your hands to the back of the chair, inhaling up onto the balls of the feet, and exhaling down. Inhale onto the heels of your feet, and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale onto the heels, exhale down, and let's come up onto the toes. Really grip with your toes, try to press all 10 of them down into the mat as you lift the heels. Engage your core, reach up from the crown of the head, and just test your balance here. What support can you let go of? Can you come to 2 fingers or maybe 1 finger? Or maybe you can let go and balance up on your toes. And then with hands back on the back of the chair, lower the heels. And then take a step back from the chair and step your feet toward the outer edges of the mat. We'll do willows. So soften your knees, really let your hips and pelvis relax, and we're going to swing in willows, swinging to one side and then the other. Letting your hips move with your spine by lifting the opposite heel, bending the opposite knee, letting your hands gently tap your body as you swing. And when you feel complete in this, coming back to center and back into mountain pose at the back of the chair. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale your right foot back. So have the chair accessible if you need it. Don't use it if you don't need it. Make sure there's space between your feet. So use the outer edges of the mat as a gauge so that your front toes are pointing forward, back toes are pointing out a little bit toward the outer edge of the mat. And then press into your feet. Lift up from the crown of your head. Fingertips reach toward the floor. Bring your shoulder blades toward each other on your back. And now find a spot on the wall about 2/3 of the way up. Bring your gaze there, followed by your chest. And just notice what your balance is like here. Breathing. And then bring your hands to your thighs or to the back of the chair if that feels more supportive, and we'll go in and out of Warrior One. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, bending the front knee and bringing the arms out off your shoulders. Inhale, back up. Exhale into the pose. Inhale out. In and out. Adjust your feet if you need to. And now let's hold the pose. So the front knee is over the front ankle. Shoulders are relaxed, letting everything sink down toward the mat. Feet firmly grounded. So as everything we do in yoga, ground the lower body, heavy, lift, and lightness in the upper body. And if you feel stable here, you can come into full expression of the pose by lifting the arms up as high as you comfortably can. Palms face each other, shoulders relaxed, and just settle into the pose. Breathing. And then releasing your hands back to the chair, step the back foot up to meet the front. Open and close your knees. And we'll do the other side. So from mountain pose, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale the left foot back. Position your feet so you feel stable. And then release the chair. Fingers point toward the floor. Lift from the crown of the head. Shoulders back. Lift your chest and your gaze, and just notice what it feels like to balance with your other foot in front. And we'll go in and out of Warrior One on this side by using the back of the chair or hands on the thighs. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale into the pose. Inhale up, exhale in, up, and then hold the pose, shoulders relaxed, lower body grounded. If you feel stable, start to bring the fingertips toward the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders, lifting the chest, breathing here. And then releasing the hands to the back of the chair, step the back foot up to meet the front, open and close your knees. And then come back into mountain pose. So let's do a little with our neck here. Fingertips reaching for the floor, lifting from the crown of the head, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale your chin toward your right shoulder, and exhale it toward your left shoulder. So follow your breath, just looking left and right, and checking in with your neck. Bring your chin back in line with your chest and inhale your chin toward the ceiling and exhale it toward your chest. Inhaling up, exhaling down, up and down. And then bring your head back into a neutral position, lengthen up, drop your left ear toward your left shoulder. And really relax that right shoulder. Bring your right arm 8 or 10 inches from your thigh and just circle that arm a little bit forward. See if you can feel that up along the side of your neck. And backward. Bring that arm in, roll your chin along your chest, bringing your right ear toward your right shoulder. Relaxing the left shoulder. Bring the arm out, circle it forward. Adjust your head if you need to get that stretch along the left side of your neck. And go in the other direction. And then bring that hand back to your side. Bring your head back up to a neutral position. And once more, just look left and right a couple of times. Come back to center, and we're going to turn to step to the right. So your left side is to the chair. Mountain pose, lengthen up, ground through the feet. Shift your weight to your left leg, the one that's next to the chair. Bend your right knee and just rest on the toes of that right foot. Extend the right arm out from your shoulder. And then really step into this left leg and lift up out of the pelvis. If you can, if it's there for you, lift the right knee, flex that right foot, And see what support you can let go of with your left hand. Can you come to a finger? Maybe you can lift and lower that left hand off the back of the chair. Possibly you can extend that left arm from your shoulder. Hold it here and breathe. And then release down. Back into mountain pose. Keeping your left hand on the back of the chair. Right palm faces out. Soften your knees just a bit. And sweep this right arm up and over the seat of the chair, sending the hips out toward the back of the mat. Inhale back up and lower that arm down. Again, sweep that right arm up and over the seat of the chair. Back up and down. And one more time, sweep the right arm up and over, hips toward the back of the mat. Hold the pose. Notice where the weight is on your legs. You want the weight even on the 2 feet. And then sweep the arm up and down. And turn back and face the chair. Step the feet about shoulder width apart. Soften your knees. And you can hold the back of the chair or you can bring your hands to your hips. And just circle the hips around in a big circle, sending your pelvis forward, out to the right, left, all the way around, big circles in one direction, and the other direction. And then coming back to center, and we'll balance on the other side. So from mountain pose, lifting, turning to the left. So now that your right side is to the chair, finding your way into mountain pose, lengthening up. Bringing the weight into the right leg, bending the left knee, let your feet rest on the floor. And now really step into this right leg as you lift up out of your pelvis, lifting that left knee, flexing the left foot, extending the left arm from your shoulder. Use your core, so navel toward your spine. Keep breathing, and it really helps to focus your attention on a point on the horizon. And then see what support you can let go of. Can you extend that right arm? Or come to a finger, or lift and lower the hand off the back of the chair. So find your expression of stork pose. And then when you're complete, don't let me rush you out of the pose. Hold it as long as it feels right for you. Opening and closing the knees when you come out of it. And from mountain pose, turning the left palm out, softening the knees. Sweep that arm up and over the seat of the chair. The hips go toward the back of the mat. And back up and down. Again. Over and out. And once more, sweep the arm up over the seat of the chair. Hips toward the back of the mat. Hold the pose. And inhale the arm up and down. And then turn back and face the chair in mountain pose. Let's take a step back. Step your feet toward the outer edges of your mat, and then turn the toes out toward the outer edges of the mat. And have the chair accessible if you need it. Sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale out and down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale them out and down. And once more, bring them up. And as you bring them down, let them come off your shoulders. Coming into 5-pointed star. So grounding the feet into the mat, lifting from the crown of the head. We're going to come into goddess pose here by inhale, lengthening up. And as you exhale, bend the elbows at 90 degrees. Send the knees out toward the toes. Find your goddess. And then come up into 5-pointed star. We're going to go in and out of goddess using the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale into the pose. So follow your breath. When you're ready to inhale, come to 5-pointed star. When you're ready to exhale, come into goddess. So just explore how this feels in your ankles, your knees, your elbows, or wherever it is that you feel it. And then let's hold the pose, knees toward toes, the tailbone roots toward the floor, arms at 90 degrees. Let's bring the elbows together and send them out. Keep the feet grounded, heavy lower body, light lifted upper body. And then really press into your feet. Lift up, arms extend, lower them down. Come back behind the chair in mountain pose. And with your hands by your sides, face your palms toward the wall behind you. Without leaning forward, inhale, lengthen up, and as you exhale, reach your palms for the wall behind you. And exhale them back down. So just reach those palms back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, releasing the arms by your sides. And then reaching the arms back, hold them where they're comfortable. If you can, bring the hands together, interlace them behind you. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Soften your knees. And you're going to hinge forward at the hips, coming halfway down, so your torso is parallel to the floor. The hands may lift behind you. They may just reach for the wall behind you, but keep the shoulder blades together. Breathing. And then press into your feet. Come back up, release the arms, and just let them swing. And when you're ready, we're going to take the chairs off of the mat and come down onto the floor into a seated position. Legs extended out in front of you. So, feet hip distance apart, resting on your heels. With your hands by your hips, press into the floor and lift up from the crown of the head. So nice long spine. And then reach out in front of you with your heels, bringing the toes a little bit back toward your knees. It's okay if your heels lift up off the floor. So you're a really long L, long legs, long spine, breathing. Keeping the length in that spine, bend your right knee, bring that foot in, rest your hands on top of the knee, and then press into the knee to lengthen up. Breathing here. Keep this left foot flexed, and we're going to lift this right foot and just cross it over the left leg. Wrap the right knee with the left arm, and your right hand is going to go behind your right hip. Lifting and twisting toward that right knee, twisting to the right. Breathing. And then coming back to center, uncrossing the leg, stretching it out. Just bounce your knees, roll your legs in and out, and we'll do the other side. So long spine, long legs, bend the left knee, bring it in, resting your hands on top of the knee, lift. And lengthen. And then cross this left leg over the right. Wrap it in your right arm. Left hand goes behind your left hip. Lift and twist left. Breathing. Coming back. Uncross the legs. Extend, bounce, and roll. And then bring your legs into a comfortable V with the toes pointing toward the ceiling, resting on your heels. And just find the sits bones. Find those bones at the base, at your base here. Weight should be even on each side. Inhale, lengthen up. So as you lengthen up, there's a little arch in your low back. Your tailbone lifts a bit. And you're going to walk your hands toward the front of the mat, coming only as far forward as comfortable. As soon as you get a gentle stretch on the backs of your legs, hold it there, and soften into the pose. So it usually takes a bit, we've talked about this, for the body to settle once you enter a pose, especially if it seems like it's going to be challenging. And it takes 15 or 20 seconds for the body to settle enough to possibly sink more deeply into the pose. And that's not a command, that's just a curiosity. Can you settle a little bit more deeply into the pose? And then walking the hands back, bringing the feet onto the mat, and you're going to bring your hands behind your hips. Pick up your hips just enough to scoot them to your heels and lay yourself down onto your back. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me in the camera here. And come right down onto your back, keeping the knees bent, hands by your sides, palms facing down. And just notice what that feels like in your body. Notice where you feel sensation. Can you feel the sense of pressure where your back is meeting the floor? How does it feel on the bottoms of your feet? How are the shoulders? What is the quality of your breath? And then bring both knees into your chest. You can wrap yourself in a hug or just place a hand on each knee. Staying comfortable. Don't drag the knees in farther than is comfortable in your low back. And if it feels good, you can rock a little side to side. Massaging the low back. And then coming back into a neutral position, place a hand on each knee, and then send the knees far enough away that you straighten your elbows. You're going to draw the right knee into the chest, bending the right elbow, send it back out, straightening the elbow. Bring the left knee in, bending the left elbow, send it back out. Bring both knees in, send them back out. Draw the right knee in, send it out. Left knee in, send it out. Both knees in, send them out. One more time. Draw the right knee in and out. Left knee in and out. Both knees in and out. And then let the feet come back to the floor. And we usually do supported bridge. I don't have a block here. I'm not sure if you'll have one at home. So we'll just energetically go in and out of bridge pose without holding in the supported position. So arms by your sides, palms down. You're going to press into your feet, the backs of your arms, your shoulders, and the back of your head. And inhale your hips up toward the ceiling. Exhale the hips down toward the floor. Inhaling the hips up. And exhaling the hips down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And once more, bring the hips up and let's hold the hips up for just a couple of rounds of breath, using the power of your legs. So press into your feet. Isometrically draw the thighs together. Hold those hips up and then lower the hips back to the floor. Once they're down, bring both knees into your chest. Wrap yourself in a hug, rock a little side to side. And with a hand on each knee, open your knees a little bit wider than your torso. And we're going to come up into Happy Baby. There's a couple of ways you can do that. You can reach your hands between your legs, take hold of the outsides of your feet and come up. Or you can just reach your hands behind your legs, bring the hands into your knee crease, and holding the knees or the thighs close to the chest, just lift the lower legs so that the soles of the feet point to the ceiling. And maybe then you can hold on to the outsides of your feet or just keep your hands behind your knees. There's gentle pressure of the knees toward the floor. So you're really flexing the hips. You're also flexing the knees and the ankles, holding where it's comfortable, breathing here. And again, if you like to rock side to side in Happy Baby, go ahead and do that if it feels good in your body. If you prefer holding the pose in stillness, do that. And then draw the soles of the feet together. If you can, hold on to your feet, letting the knees be open, and trying to hold the soles of the feet together. You're going to let go with your hands, bring them down by your sides, and lower the outsides of your feet down to the mat, coming into supine butterfly pose. So letting the knees open as wide as they're comfortable, but not forcing anything wider than is comfortable, and softening where you can here. So soften your shoulders, soften your abdomen, your thighs, breathing. See if you can slow and deepen your breath. And then slowly start to bring the knees up toward each other, flattening your feet when you need to. Walk the feet to the outer edges of the mat and let the knees drop in and rest against each other. Let the knees open so that your feet are flat on the floor, feet are wide, and the knees are pointing to the ceiling. Keep that right knee pointing up to the ceiling, and you're going to drop your left knee toward your right ankle, stretching out that outer left leg. And then bring that left knee back up. Drop the right knee toward the left ankle, letting it come down as far as is comfortable. Stretching out the outside of this right leg. And bringing that leg back up. And then walking the feet back to hip distance apart. And with your hands by your sides, palms down, inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale the arms up and back down. Inhale the arms up and back. Exhale them back by your side. Do a couple more times, following your breath. And then bring the arms back down by your sides. Bring them out almost to a capital T position. Drop both knees to the right. They don't have to reach the floor, just come to where it's comfortable. And then gently looking over your left fingertips, if that's okay in your neck. Slow, deep breaths here. See if you can soften into the pose. And then head back to center, lift the knees, let the knees drop to the left as you look out over your right fingertips. Head back to center, knees back to center. Bring your feet just a little bit closer together, and you're going to let the knees drop side to side at whatever pace feels good in your body. Letting the knees drop to the right, you look out to the left. Knees drop to the left, head looks out to the right. So just go back and forth at whatever pace feels good in your body. And then coming back to center, making yourself as comfortable as you can for Shavasana. You can keep your knees bent. You can extend your legs out. If you have a cushion at home or a bolster, you can place it under your knees, a little easier on your low back. And then settle comfortably into whatever position makes you the most comfortable. Find the position that's the most comfortable for you. You can have your knees bent, extend your legs, Or if you have a bolster or a cushion at home, just place it under your knees. And then just settle comfortably, softening where you can. All that's left is to let go. Let go of any holding in your body, any holding in your mind. Finding a place of stillness and resting there. You're welcome to rest in Shavasana for as long as you have. And when you're ready, bringing yourself back into open awareness. Listening to the sounds you can hear in the room around you. Reminding yourself of your heart's desire. And then start to bring some gentle movement back into your fingers, your toes. If you like a stretch, lifting your arms up, reaching from the wall for the wall behind you, reaching your heels forward. Gently inhale, and as you exhale, bring your knees in, wrap yourself in a big hug, noticing whatever it is that you're grateful for today. And then rolling over to one side, bringing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And we'll close our practice together today with the sound of an Om, bringing hands back into Anjali Mudra, gently inhaling. Om. Om Shanti, peace. May all beings be safe and protected. May all beings live in peace. And may all of us know love and compassion. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.